Hi everyone, I am Jackie Lara-Haird, the Tigress of the Light, and today we are going to offer you a channeled message from the Pleiadian High Priestess. This is a collective energy. This isn't one specific being, but we are going to be connecting with the High Priestess energy for the Pleiades in its entirety, okay? So how this works is there are certain collectives, certain groups of beings or energies, and that's where we get all these various councils and such. So the High Priestess would be a collective of energies from the Pleiadian energy system, okay, of consciousness and beings. So we're going to offer you it today in light language, probably with translation. I don't know what's going to happen yet. All I know is that this is who we're going to be connecting with. And as with all of my channelings, I really encourage you to feel into your feet so that you remain grounded. You really want to anchor in this energy into your being and into the earth as much as possible. As a light worker, starseed, empath, all of those categories, wherever you find yourself, perhaps all of them, your job is to anchor in the light, okay? And so when we're channeling these energies, this is obviously a light channeling, and you want to hold that, you want to bring that into your body, to the depths of your being, and allow that energy to flow into the ground as well. And ideally, we're going to be cycling that energy, so that energy is going to come up from the earth. We're going to get earth energy into the body, as well as these energies that happen to be coming from the High Priestess collective energy from the Pleiades today. That's coming into the body at the same time as we're cycling the earth energies. So that's mixing and mingling, and the earth is going to be benefiting from these very high sacred energies. And I can feel this energy building in my body right now. It's super intense. I have to breathe a little bit. Okay. So if you haven't done my grounding practice before, this is where we pull the earth energy up from the bottoms of our feet. And with every inhale, you're drawing that earth energy up a little bit higher, and every exhale, you're just relaxing. And eventually we get that earth energy all the way up to our crown. And once it's reached the crown, we can either release it out the crown, so it comes out like a fountain or a waterfall, and then we breathe that energy back up and exhale it out the crown, and we get this nice toroidal building of energy happening, this cycling of energy is super powerful, very, very, very helpful, and also supportive to the body. Or if you don't feel like doing that today, then perhaps if you have a headache or migraine, this would be a time where you would not push it out the crown. We want to let that energy fall even back down through the body and into the earth. Either way is perfectly fine. It's up to you which one you prefer. If you aren't aware of this meditation, if you haven't been practicing it, I really suggest that you go back. It's one of the first videos I ever did where I offered this as a follow-along meditation. Please do yourself a favor, learn this meditation. It'll take you a little bit in the beginning to get good at it, but once you do, you can have this energy cycling in 3 to 5 breaths, okay? So it can go really, really fast, but you have to train yourself how to do it, like everything else in life, right? Okay. Oh, wow. This is really beautiful energy, super strong though. Okay, if you've never heard me channel light language before, it can sound different. It sounds a bit like gibberish. That is not important, how it sounds. The sounds really don't mean anything. It's the energy that's coming through with the sounds that you want to be paying attention to. The sounds are just a carrier. So we say it's language because that's something that, you know, our brain can sort of understand, but it's much, much more than that. It's energetic frequencies of healing and informational, it's just healing and information that our being can take in on multiple levels and work with. And the lovely thing about energy, especially when it's aligned with love, with a capital L, is that it is always working with us in accordance with love. It's always going to work with us in the ways that are absolutely perfect and most suitable and appropriate and supportive to your being in its entirety. So it's not going to be limited to, well, what's best for this particular level of your consciousness. No, it's going to be applicable to all of you, to the great expanded you, not even just the physical version and manifestation of you. All right. Please tune into your heart center as best you can. And if you can, also do that good grounding meditation. Pleiadian High Priestess. Pakanatikanantkapatatano so chikina satalai sai chikamata. Potkano sutikapatikanataya satataya sakakanataya tanota mataya satai. Thank you so much for having us here today. We are so honored and grateful to be able to come through and offer you our messages of love and peace and hope, but also our warrior nature of being strong and powerful and authentic, standing firm in all that we are, that all that you are, all that this beautiful collective consciousness is. We are dominantly a feminine-based energy, although we do have a very nice balance of the masculine. You may find us dressed as actually what this lovely lady is wearing right now, in a more feminine style, but we do come through also as masculine. This is because we do have that strong sense, that little bit of warring mentality, because we know the importance of standing firm in who we are, and you do need a little bit of that militant strength in order to do that from time to time when you come up against energies that challenge you to your core. Si chiganatakanot gabata so chigamota kamansa. Patanai so chigamoto sholatana se chigamada tukamadata tukamo. So today we come to you because we do want to embark on this very transformational time for all of humanity, this planet, and the collective at large. We are moving into this new phase of consciousness, and although it is reflected in the change of ages, in the change of location in the Milky Way galaxy, as we are all heading towards the photon belt, where there's going to be a lot more energy happening from all those beautiful light particles, but we are actually moving into a new phase of consciousness, and this is known on the higher levels of consciousness. The higher beings, those who are connected to other realms that see a more expansive perspective, are aware that the collective consciousness is being asked to shift. This is because the great consciousness, the consciousness of all that absolutely is looking for more. It's always looking for more. That's why we exist in the first place. But it is looking to expand further. There has been a time where the expansion of the beings has let's say slowed down a little bit. It hasn't been moving and expanding at the same rate as it might have been. So this is because certain areas of the collective consciousness wanted to explore different avenues, which is perfectly fine. That's what free will is all about. But now there's a little bit of a push to move into a more elevated consciousness. So this is why we are seeing on this planet, why we're seeing so much drama, why there's so much polarity, why there's so much coming out just in ways that you probably can't even believe is even happening. And you know what? It's just part of the story. It's all part of the evolution of energy and how things have to move about. So we ask you not to be concerned about it. While it is concerning, we don't want you to be in concern. We don't want you to be focused on concern and sitting in fear. It's very, very important that you embrace your strength and your inner warrior god and goddesses. That is your true sense, your super strong self. We want you to be standing firm. We want you to practice that little bit of that militant energy that the Pleiades and some of the other beautiful star systems are particularly good at. Some are better than others, but connect with us if you need some support with that. And as you might tell, we like to be a little bit humorous with it all. We like to bring in the light and the laughter because there's so much strength in that. It's not about blowing things up. It's not about causing destruction and chaos. That is not what the military was actually designed for. Can you believe that? You wouldn't believe it because you don't see that on this planet being played out very well. No, the greater concept of the military is actually to stand firm in your own being and to help others stand firm in their own being. But beyond standing firm, there needs to be this layer of flexibility and mobility and able to move and groove and expand into the different nuances and layers and cracks and crevices of love. This is what the military is designed for. It's designed to take a being and support them in standing firm in their love so that they know who they are. And then the energies, because there's a lot of them, there's a lot of different energies and a lot of crazy energies out there. So, our beings can get confused. We can get caught up and tangled up in a lot of stuff. So we need to be strong in understanding who we are so that the energies that move around us don't knock us off center. So today we wish to also bring you the message of hope that you are embarking on these paths to discover who you are. You kind of have to do some more work, most of you. Unfortunately, that applies to most of you. Some of you are good, you're on track and all that, and you know who you are, but a lot of you need to focus a little bit more in strengthening your core. And that's not your stomach muscles. I know a lot of you will be heading to the gym after this, but it's not just about the core. We want to be strengthening that light channel that runs through the entire being and also the energetic field that is around your whole being. Now, of course, if you've been watching this lady talk, you know that she speaks a lot about the heart and how the heart is, a big part of creating the electromagnetic field of your being. And so do more heart work. Yes, this is true. But you also need to do the practices that build up your energy field. So you need to do the movement practices. You need to do the breath practices. You need to perhaps eat some better foods that aren't taking away all the good things that you're building, because by the way, a lot of the foods that we have on this planet that are being made available for you today are actually eating your energy. I know that's something you really don't want to hear, trust me. We've had a lot of discussions about it. We've talked with other humans about it, and this is not something that's not a road they want to go down. It's not something they want to talk about. But unfortunately, it's the truth, and we want to be sharing that message now, trying to get this out so that you can hear what you need to do to move yourself into that strong space. We feel this is enough of a message for you today. I hope we get to see you again. Until next time, all blessings. All right. Thank you to the Pleiadian High Priestess councils. Okay. Well, that was an interesting message. I hope you found that helpful. I hope there was some good energy in there for you. They certainly had some strong points that they were firing out. So Yeah, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any topic suggestions for me, let me know in the comments below. We can do light language channelings, and we can also do, channelings apparently like that, and also spiritual discussion. So if there's anything of a spiritual nature that you would like us to discuss, we can do that as well. As always, wishing you the most amazing, wonderful, and fantastic day. Check out the resources in the description below. We will see you next week. All blessings.